Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting, this is pre-championship edition of the DCHL Outsider podcast. We have a super special guest today. So excited to get him on the cast. Introduce yourself, sir.
Hey, my name is Sean Miller. I've been playing in the league for a couple of years now.
All right, Sean Miller plays for Yager Bombs in D2, and he plays for the Puck University defending champions in the D1 division. How many times in a row have you guys won this? Two?
Only one in a row, but
Only
two of the
one.
last three.
Two of the last three. Okay, I know you have won the last one, and then yeah, you won before that. So yeah, just a lot of winning in Sean's resume. So Sean, where are you from originally?
Uh, Born locally. I was born in Woodbridge and lived there until I was 13, and then moved up to Calgary, Alberta. So, got to see plenty of hockey action up there, as well as when I lived here. I pretty much grew up on skates.
Okay, so for everyone who doesn't know, Alberta is a province in Canada. I know we've got a lot of Canadian listeners, I'm sure, but not everyone is aware. So Sean is part Canadian in a sense. He's got some of that Canadian water running through his blood. So when you started playing hockey, Sean, how'd you get into it exactly, and what was your first experience?
Uh, I don't really know how like my brother and I got into it actually, but because, neither of my parents ever played and no one in our families really ever played. But I remember when we were really young, our dad made my brother and I a net out of PVC pipe. I don't know how, we got that in our heads that that's what we wanted, but yeah, we start with that and start playing street hockey from a really young age, and just got both of us got really into it. I wasn't allowed to play with my older brother and his friends unless I was stuck in net though. So I
So you
got a
became
lot of
a you became a pretty good goalie then, huh?
yeah, I got a lot of action between the net. Uh, otherwise I couldn't play. But then eventually, as I got a little older, then I started playing forward a little more, and I think I do okay myself now in the league. So
Just okay, right?
yeah, hit or miss.
Well, it's very, very humble of you, but we will take it. So, I guess the biggest question I have right now is, do you prefer playing goalie or do you prefer playing out?
Uh, Growing up, I mean, I love playing goal because that's what I was awesome at, and uh,
You
but
still are. You still are.
I don't know. I don't like playing goal as much anymore though, because it's a little frustrating. Because you know, I I can recognize that I'm not as quick as I used to be. I'm not as flexible as I used to be. I'm not as good as I used to be, and you know, miss some shots you miss, you get really frustrated.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
I don't really have that staple point. It's playing forward, and playing forward is a little better of a workout too, and that's what I'm out here for now. So I have a lot more fun doing that, and scoring goals is exciting, and rather than getting frustrated when you're missing them.
Gotcha. Well, speaking of goals, you had more than just a couple yesterday for Puck U in their game against the White Walkers. You had all three for the team, and that pretty much propelled them to the championship game. Do you have any thoughts on that game, or what worked, or how you were so successful that game?
Well, Chris Thorpe butt ended me right in the face, and that sort of lit a fire under my butt. But
Ooh,
uh,
that was accidental.
I don't know. It's not the first time he's gotten a stick into my face. So
Really, we got some controversy here. I know
no,
you were,
he's a nice guy.
yeah,
A little bit.
yeah, you were another Canadian as well. I know you were very heated, having to go get sent off, and yeah, that is in fact the rule. I felt really bad having to do it, but we stick by the rules here. But yeah, you came back out and you were just on fire. And what were your thoughts when they tied it up at 2-2? You thought you were maybe going to overtime? Like, what was your plan as a team going into that when they tied it up at two on the power play?
I mean, why would we want to go to overtime? We clearly decided we were just going to win right there.
Not every team has the luxury of just saying we're going to win here and does it. So I'm okay. That's fair. I mean, you got some very good goal scorers on the team. Joe Frew scores an insane amount of goals. So what's it like playing on a team with Joe Frew where he is constantly scoring goals? Like, I mean, are you just like in awe that he scores so many, or is it's
I,
unreal?
Have you seen Joe Fruit play?
He scores so many goals, so many damn goals.
Does he?
Yeah. Oh, are you kidding me?
How many do we have this season?
Okay, so for Puck U, he only had three. Okay, that's not an insane amount. However, just keep in mind, on Puck Buddy, on Puck University, he was the second highest goal scorer, or second highest point getter, 3 goals, 5 assists. Um,
Wasn't Josh?
Josh Leonard only had 5 goals and 2 assists. Josh missed some games. So did you. So did Jake Smith. So did Kate. So did Jake Woolery. So did Steinitz. I mean, there's a lot of people who missed some games, but Joe's up there. And he scored more than Makstein, which is really all that matters. But yeah, he
Well,
scores for he
I
scores
mean,
for
Maxine can't
Youngbloods.
hit the net.
Yeah, that's another story for another day. But yeah, Joe's got 3 goals on both of the teams he's on. On crease crashes, he's got a bunch of goals. Yeah, Joe scores a lot of goals, man. You must not be aware. Old man goals hashtag is getting old. We keep using it.
Yeah. I mean, he always seems to get the timely ones,
Yeah,
and
you get some big ones.
you know,
So
and whenever I do see him scoring, he always makes some really nice plays. He might not have the athleticism that I imagine he had a few years ago, but he's obviously knows where to be at the right times. He gets a lot of bank in goals, like off rebounds, and I see
yeah,
him get a lot of decent plays off the rushes.
he is the original crease crasher. So for Puck U, the one stat that really stands out is shockingly, your team had the fewest amount of goals scored, but significantly fewer goals allowed. You had only 16 goals allowed, which was the best for any team in D1, D2, or D3. I mean, or rec for that matter. I mean, it's, the second lowest goals against, beyond the record was First Ladies with 12. But I mean, you guys have 16. So how do you guys make Stelter look so good?
I mean, he is good.
I mean, he is very good. He's got 3 shutouts. So I mean, he does his part, but it can't be one goalie alone to just drop that many shutouts, that many saves.
I mean, I'll tell you, it's certainly not my defensive play. And unless you're counting my defensive play from the other blue line, but
That's fair.
no, he's a good goalie. Like, a lot of people don't recognize that he's as good as he is, just because he's not as flashy or athletic as like Kevin Shea or Sean Rada. He doesn't move around as much, but he's super sound positionally, and he's great at controlling the rebounds. So a lot of a lot of other goalies we score on, we get those second and third chances, but you don't get a lot of opportunities like that on Jason. And then also we have a great, really fast blue line. Between Paul Steinitz and Ayal, and even Jason Makstein is a lot faster than people give him credit for.
Oh my God, why'd you do that, Sean? I'm gonna hear that. He's gonna be lighting up my phone every day for the next 3 years. Oh, Sean said I was pretty fast. Sean said I'm not so bad.
He's a lot faster than people assume him to be. I don't know if you see him in our games against I guess like Lizards.
Who's faster, me or Jason Makstein?
Uh,
Don't break my heart here, Sean. Don't break my heart. Give me some talking points for Jay in the future.
I'm not sure. I don't think I ever really see you in full sprint. You always, whenever you get it, you sort of slow the play down.
Okay.
Use your hands. But I mean, I know Jason's not going to beat like Kramer or Berube in a foot race, but he at least is quick enough to keep them on the boards and not get those rushes. We see those guys score by just pushing it through the legs of the defender and getting a break, like 5 breakaways a game. But they don't get that. You don't see that many opportunities like that happen on Jason.
He does play sound defensively too. He doesn't put himself in a bad position where he needs to catch up, I think.
Yeah.
And he's fast. He's a fast guy. I'll give him that. So all right. So the ones quote unquote segment. I mean, I call it segments. I try to be all fancy and shit. So I like doing a quick little 2 minutes. I ask just rapid fire questions. You give me the first answer that comes in your head, and I love doing it. It's really cool. Just wing it. Is it random? I just make up questions as I go along. So just give me your best answer, your first instinct. Don't go too long on these. All right. Don't think about them.
It's gonna be tough. All right.
Oh, come on. Just get first thing that comes in your head. All right. So we're in between, Thanksgiving, and we're in between Halloween. We got that time. So there's gonna be a little seasonal related there. Maybe some hockey championship related questions. But all right. So, what is your favorite holiday?
Christmas,
Favorite pie?
strawberry rhubarb,
Favorite flavor of Gatorade?
blue frost. All right, what's the blue frost one called?
God, I think it's a Glacier Freeze.
I think that's
I
it. Yeah,
I believe. Who is your favorite hockey player growing up?
Dominic Hasek.
Ooh. Did you ever see Dominic for Chicago, Buffalo, or Detroit? Which is your favorite Hasek?
Well, you're also missing Ottawa in there.
Hey now,
Um,
we do not recognize the Ottawa in the Buffalo contingency here.
but the best Hasek was definitely Buffalo. That's where he definitely got known, and you
Okay.
see all those crazy saves that he made.
Oh, he was a psycho out there. For reference, blue is Glacier Freeze. On point. Had to look it up in between. So, who do you model your hockey game after in terms of a pro player?
Ooh, uh, I don't know. I don't think I model it after anyone. I just
Okay,
there's
who
just
who
small
you
things
who
I
you
pick
who
up.
you're similar to in a way, or what kind of style do you think you kind of embody?
I guess maybe like not current Ovechkin who just sits there and waits for one-timers, but I feel like younger Ovechkin, my strength is coming on, shooting off the rush, and being physical on the boards and playing a good possession game.
That's a good comparison right there. What's your favorite movie?
American History X.
Favorite hockey movie?
Mm, Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks. Who's your favorite Mighty Duck?
We'll go with Goldberg. I mean, I was a goalie growing up. It's got to be Goldberg.
What's your favorite sport not hockey?
Uh, Rugby.
Have you ever played rugby?
Yeah, I used to play rugby when I lived in Canada.
Wow, that's pretty awesome right there. And one final parting question right now. Who's your favorite Disney princess?
I'm gonna. Does Mulan count? Because Mulan's not technically a princess, but
We'll go
sort of
Mulan.
filled
No,
in that
that's
role.
that's fine. All right, go Mulan. That's a good answer right there. Those are some killer answers, Sean. I liked it.
Thanks.
So, all right. How did you actually get in how did you get in the DCHL leagues?
Uh, my roommate and I, we just went to the gym in Silver Spring where some of the guys who play on the Gwendolyn Knights team play, just pick up for fun on Mondays there. Well, my roommate and I went to go just play pickup basketball, and I saw it on the schedule. Hadn't played hockey in a very, very long time, and I was like pretty excited for that. So showed up there Monday night, and it was off season for DCHL, and a lot of the DCHL guys were there that day. And immediately I got home and had a whole bunch of Facebook friends requests ask me to join teams.
That's when you know you're pretty decent, right?
I don't know. I have a hard shot, but I don't think I'm that good.
That helps. No, you're a star player, and that's okay. You don't have to. You can continue being humble. So what was the first team you played on, then? I guess. Okay, so I remember. So I mean, I was here and gone and all that stuff going on with all that. I remember someone telling me that there's this new dude who's like tearing up rec. I think you were playing. Said he was playing rec, and it was like this dude's insane. And yeah, did you play rec to start?
My first season, I played on two teams on Wednesdays, and I was on Barbarians
Okay.
for D1, and then I was on Rec. I don't even remember our name. It was the yellow team. Um, but yeah, that after my first game there in Rec, I think I had like 4 or 5 goals, and Suds immediately told me this would be my last season in Rec.
Yeah, that's a pretty good quick ban hammer there. That's I couldn't
I
imagine.
I don't know if you know the term the Cy Young Award. Um, it's a baseball term that sort of translates into hockey, but for
Cy Young's most wins, right?
yeah,
No,
well,
is
it's
it
like
most wins or is it
best
ERA?
win loss
Okay, oh, best win loss.
for
Okay.
pitchers, but in hockey it translates to goals over assists, and I think I got the Cy Young Award that year with something like
Goals
30
over.
goals and like 3 assists.
That's an insane amount of goals, but I mean that's yeah, I could see you not belonging in rec. So okay, so you did that and then you joined Puck University and the rest has been history.
Yeah, I was on a in a basketball league at the time when like they're in the Sunday leagues, and Jason asked me just to sub in since they were short some Sundays, and then it sort of turned into them asking me to sub every single week, and at some point I ended up on the team. I guess I made the
Yeah.
cut.
It kills me how some of these people just fall backwards into like picking up like a superstar player like that. Like that's insane. You just this random dude at the gym and now he's tearing it up on the top team in the top division that wins now all the time. Um, how lucky Jason is. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, he was the first one that messaged me at that gym there, and as well as Brian Keefe, who was on that Wednesday team, Barbarians as well.
Variants,
So
yeah.
yeah, they're the first
Brian
ones to
Keefe's a
hit me up.
very good player.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's nice to
Brian
get
Keefe's
two
great.
guys recruiting there. You got Barbarians and Puck University. That's Jason doubled down with all the luck right there. But so in your hockey experience here in the DCHL leagues, who is the player that you love playing against the most?
Um, I'm gonna say, so like there's some offensive guys who I like playing against, like Kramer or Gramlich, like just like they're fun because like they're fast and like aggressive. But being offense myself, I don't play against them too much.
That's
So
fair.
as far as like defenseman goes, I like playing against Sean Fassbinder. He's a great defenseman, and I feel pretty good when I can beat him on a good opportunity.
Okay, that's a good answer. Sean is just known as the top defender in the league for the most part. It's hard to get a debate someone else there on who would be on that list, but yeah, Sean's a star, and I mean, it is nice when you get to play against a player of that level and succeed. That's a confidence booster right there. I like that. That's a good answer. And who's your favorite? Okay, so of all the teams you've played on, who's your favorite teammate, just in terms of like person or compatibility or anything like that?
Um, yeah, as far as like outside the rink, I talk to Jason a lot, Jason Makstein.
Okay.
But on the rink, my compatible like Josh Lerner, him with Barbarians and Puck U, we've just always synced up super well. From day one when we've gotten shifts together, it's I just have this instinct. I know where I'm gonna have to pass it to him, where even without even looking at him.
Yeah, your play styles are very complementary, and I feel like you're very good players by yourselves. When you're together, you get so much more value out of it, and that's just a top scoring line right there. You guys do a lot, and I think that's a really good answer. You and Josh, when you play together, it's next level. So okay, so Josh Lerner and you like Sean Fassbinder. Ooh, gosh, I had one more question for those quick 2 minutes, and I regret not doing it.
All right, hit me up.
So okay, who is your least favorite Maxstein on Puck University?
Man, there's so many Maxines on Puck U that I really can pick from here that I really dislike.
I know.
I'm gonna go with Jason Makstein.
There we go, and that's all I was looking for because now I can just cut everything else in between that and just bam, who's your least favorite Max? Jason. Boom. And that'll sound awesome.
Maybe when his kids get a little older, we can swap out Jason for them. Then maybe I'll get an outlet pass instead of watching him ice it down the rink.
Damn, that's hateful. Oh, I love it. So, all right, man. God, any closing thoughts on this? Anything you want to say? You gotta give me something here, man. What's going on in the mind of Miller?
Uh, well, I mean, I guess going on to our championship game coming at Sunday here, it'll be nice to go back to back, 3 and 4 years.
That's gonna be a great matchup. I mean, of all the, just for reference, I don't know if you follow all the other divisions, but in all the divisions, only in D1 and D3 did the top two seeds make it to the championship. And I mean, I think this was the only division where the two teams that were probably favored at the start of the season ended up making it to the finals here. So this is going to be a very hyped matchup right now.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited for it because I've missed a good number of games this season, but hadn't played Puck Buddies this season. But I mean, I've watched them play, and it's just they're a much different team than before, where it was just all right, throw the lob pass to Jake, and Jake gets a breakaway, or he just shoots it from the blue line and scores. But adding John Gramlich is huge for them, and even though he's not playoff eligible, when they had Sam Keeler in the lineup, who I play with on my team at seminary, like Sam Keeler is just such an amazing player.
Yeah, people are very quickly learning his name, even though he's only a sub. He's ferocious.
Yeah, I play with him on at seminary on Sundays and on Arlington Mills on Mondays, and yeah, he's just phenomenal.
Okay, so because you play Arlington Mill on Monday. Okay, so I played there once, and that rink is so small. Like, is your strategy just get the ball and fire from everywhere? Because that was my first instinct.
A lot of the time that's the right play, but then there's also some really good goalies who play out there too. You can't, they're gonna stop your 120 feet shot.
That's true, but I mean, I feel like if you stick handle anywhere, you're gonna get whacked about 40 times.
Maybe, but like you can still play a good fast-paced team game there, and I'm on a really good team there. Like there are a lot of skill guys that you can work with. Like my team there has Jake Berube and Sam Keeler and Keith Ingram on it.
Okay. Have you guys actually won a championship on that team? Have you guys won one or no?
Yeah, a bunch.
Yeah, I would figure. I mean, you rattled off four like the premier players in the league, and I couldn't imagine who you're going against to be too competitive, considering those are your top players right there in DCHL. I mean,
well, tomorrow we have the championship game against a team that has he's injured right now, but Tyler Midwinter, Paul Steinitz, and Lindsey Bittler, Amber Moore.
There's some loaded teams. Amber Moore, okay. Amber is insane.
Yeah, Amber's really good. I play net on another team of that league as well, and I can tell you she has a cannon for a shot.
Yeah. She can shoot, man. Oh, I play with her on Wednesdays on Crease Crasher. She can fire it, man. And she's good, good positionally, doesn't make any mistakes. Physical, but not too physical. It's like the perfect balance of like all the things you'd want with like no liabilities. There's no weak spot in her game, it looks like.
Oh yeah, she's phenomenal.
So shout outs to Amber, who's clearly not going to be listening, but you never know. Fingers crossed, but almost certainly no. So, all right, man, that was a blast. Any parting thoughts? Come on, go. Good luck in your championship game tomorrow, man.
Yeah, thank you.
How about this? Give me one random Sean Miller fact that people do not know about that you're not too embarrassed to say.
Putting me on the spot there. I don't know. I'm not an interesting guy.
No one thinks they're an interesting person, so.
I guess. I don't know. I've snowboarded at every resort in the Canadian Rockies.
Okay, no, that is actually really interesting right there. I've never done snowboarding. I'm not too familiar with it, but that's a pretty cool fact right there. I mean, you got to lead with that more often.
Yeah, living in Calgary, I'm super close to all those, and even after I lived in Calgary, my mom moved out to Vancouver, so then I'm had the chance to hit the other side of the Rockies, going to Whistler and all the ones around there.
There you see that's yeah. I say you might not be interesting, but that's a good fact right there, man. Come on, don't be holding out on me. All right, man. So thanks for doing the interview. It was a real blast. And if you want to watch Sean Miller and Puck University take on the Puck Buddies, it will be at the Michael and Son Sportsplex. You can watch it. You can watch the stream. Remember, we got that stream going on. I believe that's going to be 8 o'clock, I believe, the D1 Finals. We can double check on the website, but, watch the stream, support the leagues. We love everyone who watches the streams and all that. Root for Sean and root for the rest of Puck U, or, root for the buddies if you have to, but boo them right now because Sean's on. So, all right, man. Thanks for doing this, and we will catch you Sunday.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for having me, Joe.
And that right there was an awesome interview with Sean Miller. That was cool, man. I was pumped. Glad we got Sean to do it. We got a little lucky, busy man like himself was able to take some time out. Thanks to every guest we've had so far taking the time out to do it. It's so cool just getting to talk to people, getting to know them a little bit better. So there's more to people than meets the eye, and more to people than just hockey. So I'm glad we get to explore that. So okay, so we got a lot of action going on. We gotta punch it through nice and quick right now. We will start out MDHL action right now. We had full 5 games on the docket right there. We had Lords of the Ring versus Crease Crashers. And Crease Crashers get a goal by Kevin Foley. Lords of the Ring respond. Bill gets a goal. Foley scores again. Foley got 2 in the first half, and then Joe Frew with a sweet one, and that was 3-1 Crease Crashers. But Bill Weeks gets 2 goals in the final period and makes it a 3-3 game. Bill comes up huge, dropping a hat trick right there. He's been at the top of his game right now, and he's really bringing it right there. So 3-3, Crease Crashers drop a little bit of a lead, but that's okay. Both teams played well, and ties aren't the worst. So we had TNT Barbarians next. TNT get 2 goals from Joe Frew, the old man. Sean Miller don't believe it when he hears Joe Frew scoring goals. That's all he does is score goals. Scores goals every day, twice on Sunday. This was a dominant game for TNT. Barbarians missing some players, had a couple subs right there. But 2-0 was not bad. Stelter made a bunch of saves, and Mike K with another shutout. And we will get into TNT later on, possibly, but they are they're a defensive juggernaut right now. We had Wu-Tang Clan against the Rogue One-Timers. Wu-Tang Clan doing their thing. Matt Kelly 2 goals, Mike Farrell 2 goals, John Mann 2 goals, and Kevin Shea threw 1 in there. That's a 7-3 game. Wu-Tang still undefeated, and I believe they've locked in first seed for playoffs right there. Yes, they have. And second seed will be the Lucky Pucks right now. There's a few games left, so it's hard to figure out standings. A lot of people can go up, go down, but Wu-Tang first, Lucky Pucks second. That's all locked in. So we will see what happens with the rest of that division. It should definitely be a great playoffs. I always look forward to Wednesday rec playoffs because a lot of teams, any team can win it. A lot of teams played really well, and teams really bring it when it comes to playoffs. So we had Puck Mafia versus the Lucky Pucks right here. This was a crazy, crazy game. Puck Mafia get a goal by Boyd to start it off. Jeff Stallone responds by the Pucks, making it 1-1. Chris Zupa, hot season right now. That's his second goal for the Pucks. For Puck Mafia right there. But Griffin ends up getting a goal for Lucky Pucks. Mike Stallone scores for Pucks, making it 3-2. Puck Mafia responds. Dan Curtin with a huge unassisted goal right there. 3-3 game, but then, I don't know, something happened right now. Lucky Pucks scored 3 goals at the end. Sharon scored, Jeff Stallone got another one, and Jamie got one. So, Lucky Pucks women really brought it this game. Jamie with a goal and assist, Sharon with a goal. And that was really the difference maker. So, Lucky Pucks get the win. They secure their second seed. And Jason Makstein with another win for the Lucky Pucks right now. He's playing hot right now. So final game of the night, we had Blade Runners against the Green Monkeys. Blade Runners jump out. Patrick Noyes with an unassisted goal right now. Bill Weeks gets one. Joel Horde gets one, making it 2-1. Josh Kumpf gets one for the Blade Runners, making it 2-2. But oh God, Kevin Foley. Natural hat trick after that. 2-2 game. Foley steps up. Kevin Foley, the hockey night of his life right there. 5 goals. Unbelievable. Has a 5 goals, 2 assists. Kevin Foley out of his mind right now. Hopefully it doesn't go to his head, but that was a night to remember for him. He played exceptional, and that was pretty awesome right there. And as the season's wrapping up, we'll try to give you a better picture as to what's going on, what to look forward to. Seedings, standings, stats, all that stuff. But at the moment right now, it's kind of all eyes on DCHL. We had the quote-unquote selection Sunday right now. We're figuring out what team is going to make the championships right now. All the games for this playoffs have been streamed. Okay, a couple hiccups along the way. A couple minutes of outage here and there. Internet went down, whatever. We're doing our best. It's awesome. Thanks to Everyone was streamed. Special guests. We had Joe Abbott for the first game. Thanks to Joe for doing it. Thanks to Barb for doing the First Ladies D4 game. There were people who just stopped in along the way. Andy Markowitz came up there. He did. Okay, he did an unbelievable job too. Everyone who did it, went up there did so good. So we love to have more people up there. It's a blast. Um, it was so great. Love the interest and all the excitement. So the plan for next week, I'll save that for the end. We'll go through the games. The games are too exciting. We had Gwendolyn Blue Knights versus Midnight Riders. Again, all the games are streamed. Watch them. It's going to be sweet. You will not be disappointed. Gwendolyn Blue Knights, Midnight Riders, great game. Blue Knights had Ben Berger in net as Bill Enright was out. So Midnight Riders get the first goal of the game. I believe it was redirect by Claude Williams in the slot. Huge goal right there. But Blue Knights respond. Andra Witt scores for the Knights. Riding high after her awesome Halloween costume, and there were no tricks there, but it was a major treat as she got the goal to tie it up. In overtime, Gwendolyn Blue Knights get the goal by King David Altshuler. Huge goal sends the Blue Knights to the championship game. Let one rip off a face-off win by Alec. So that was a huge goal. Gwendolyn Nation ecstatic. That excitement was in fact short-lived as the Stick Magnets upset the number 2 seed Gwendolyn Gladiators, 1-0. For the playoffs, we don't keep stats. Maybe we're going to change that. I think we're going to try to maybe do stats for playoffs in the future because that would be pretty awesome. But Stick Magnets really brought the thunder here. PJ Brooks played out of his mind for Gwendolyn. That was probably one of the best games he's ever played. Unfortunately, he came in a 1-0 loss, and PJ must have made about 35 to 45 to 55 saves. PJ played out of his mind. Stick Magnets just brought it. Gwendolyn seemed a little out of sync right there. I mean, it could have been the back-to-back games of some of the overlap of players. But Magnets got the only goal of the game, Amy Bernetti. So that was a big clutch goal for her. She's definitely been trending upward. And yeah, she came up big for the Stick Magnets, so they will make it to the finals. So we got our picture set up right now. We got Blue Knights for Rec in the finals. We got Stick Magnets in D4 in the finals. D3 game, IPA Goonies. IPA playing hot right now against the Goonies. Goonies a little short-handed, but Goonies came out to a 1-0 lead, and it was a close game for most of it, but then halfway through the third, the floodgates opened and Goonies really brought it. So IPA they made a good run. IPA played a good season. There were some roster issues with them, consistency, some players missing games. IPA is going to get reloaded next season. We're going to talk about rosters. We're going to talk about all that stuff. So, so stay tuned with that. IPA played a good game, great season on their part. Goonies went to the finals back-to-back seasons. And who will they play in the Zambronis Arabian Nights game? That came up next. Gwendolyn Knights got a big goal from Sam Brinker, scored one, and possibly the goal of the playoffs is Melissa Karp off a sick pass from Neil Mosier. It goes coast to coast, and she just roofs it. It was a sweet goal, and Gwendolyn Knights brought it. So we're going to have a Gwendolyn Goonies rematch. Their games, they had two games that were very close. One was a one goal loss for Arabian Nights. The other one was a blowout loss for Arabian Nights. The third game was a tie. So Arabian Nights they're pretty strong against the Goonies. Should be a very good match, and that's going to be a great match to watch, to stream, to just see that. Like, I think the D3 is definitely not getting enough love. But D3 is going to change next season. We're going to talk about that either today or in the future cast. But D3 is going to add a sixth team. They're going to try to set it up a little bit better, and I think the D3 division is getting a lot better, and I think it's going to get fine-tuned to a point where you're going to have 6 very competitive teams, and it's going to be amazing hockey, more so than it already is. Not selling it short right now, but all things can improve. So, Rec Division Championship, we've got Blue Knights, and they were watching to see if Hockey Dead or First Ladies Rec were going to get there. This was a game... Hockey Dead really capitalized on some quality chances. Sumit had a breakaway, scored. He scored last week as well. So when Sumit gets the ball in some open space, he really creates opportunities for himself and cashes in. So that is something that any team needs to watch out for. First Ladies got a goal by Brittany Thorpe. Second goal was it was a little goalie interference there. So. First Ladies got one. I believe Hockey Dad had 4 goals. Eric had a couple. I believe Anna had one. Eric had a couple, and Sumit had one. I can't remember offhand. Doing the best we can, winging it, and that is that. First Ladies Rec go down, and Hockey Dead will play the Blue Knights. That's going to be a great game, red versus blue. Um, Ooh, that's going to be a good game to ref. Good game to call, good game to watch. Watch all the games on the stream. We're going to talk about the stream later on. We're excited. So we had First Ladies D4 against the Crazy Eights. Barb's special guest commentator there. She did a great job. Um, Her and along with Anna Marcus and Andrew Markowitz. That was awesome. So Crazy Eights got a jumped out to an early lead. Aaron Brown scored one from the slot. That was a nice goal for him. Aaron Brown led the league in goals this season, and he showed why he is a star player, young gun, talent to watch. But First Ladies respond. They get 2 goals from Wendy Jason. Wendy played an amazing game right there. 2-1 lead for First Ladies. Um, they were able to hold off the pressure from Crazy Eights, and then Celeste let one go from her own zone and buried it in an empty net. So it was 3-1 First Ladies, and they got another empty netter, make it 4-1. End of the day, First Ladies D4 will be playing against the Stick Magnets in the D4 championship game. We're going to see if the Magnets can keep up their momentum, or First Ladies are going to be able to, get over that hump, get over that Washington Capitals kind of thing. Hey, the Capitals did it this season. Maybe First Ladies D4 can do it. So we had Jagerbomb's Youngbloods D2 action right now. This was a really, really back and forth game. Yager Bombs played strong, got goals. Their star player stepped up. I mean, Sean Miller stepped up, Daniel Rubrick stepped up, Blaze played a good game. I mean, everyone did a good job for Yager Bombs, but this just seems to be Youngblood's time to shine. Um, Austin scored a huge goal. Austin scored. AJ had a pair. AJ had a sweet redirect on a pass from Austin, and AJ had a great goal from Nick Brown. Nick Brown has definitely wowed me a lot more this season as a player. I think he's becoming more of a complete player, truth be told. You see Nick Brown play, and he's got the handle, he's got the shot, he's got the reach, he's got the speed. I think the last season something's clicked, and he's become a bit more of a playmaker as well. And when Youngbloods are successful, Nick Brown is firing on all cylinders. His defensive play, his back check, his breakout speed, and his vision looking at the floor. So I think Nick's playing amazing. Not only Chase, his brother Chase, they Youngbloods, I believe, due to some either injuries or roster issues, they put Chase on D, and he's ferocious. Like Chase is going to be a star. If he plays defense well, he's going to be a star defender. Every week I'm blown away at seeing his improvement. So that was huge. Chase is playing great on D. Him and Patrick Noyes back on D. For 2 defenders for Youngbloods. I mean, I got Kristen Murphy's back there. I think Jody Denny's playing back there. That's a strong defense. And you pair that with Kevin Shea in that, and you're going to have a hard time scoring goals against these Youngbloods. And Jagerbomb's only got 3. And in the D2 division, you're expecting a 5.5, 6 goals a game. And Youngbloods play a strong defensive game. They counterattack really well, and Youngbloods are in the finals. So Youngbloods got a 4-3 win right there. And who will they face? Gorilla Gang or Funk Masters? This was a crazy game. It's a little more high scoring. I believe it was a 4-4 game. Josh Lerner had a hat trick for Gorilla Gang. Bill Weeks had a hat trick for Gorilla Gang, and I believe it ended up 6-4, 6-5. So Gorilla Gang gets a huge win. Their offensive juggernaut was firing at full speed, and Gorilla Gang make it to the finals against Youngbloods. This will be an exciting game to watch. I know that every game's exciting, but honestly, I feel like these games are all going to be high quality games. I don't think there's going to be any blowouts. I think every game is going to be like a 50-50 kind of pick'em game. It's going to make a personal preference. I don't think any of these I don't think any of these games are going to be easy to pick. So all through all the games it's going to be tricky. So we had speaking of close games, we had Puck Buddies Redcoats. This game started out strong for Redcoats. They jumped up 1-0, but Puck Buddies responded fiercely. Let's not go too much in this game. Puck Buddies won. Dominant game by Puck Buddies. Jake played great. A lot of the second level scorers, they scored as well. Defense played strong, and Sean Rada continues to be one of the top goalies in the league. And there's no debate. Sean is outstanding. So, Puck Buddy's going to be in the finals as predicted at the start of the season by many of the experts, many of the DCHL pundits. So spoiler alert, if you listen to the first half where you talked to Sean Miller, you know that Puck U made it to the finals. 3-2 game against White Walkers. This was a great game. Um, I just hope that a championship game is going to be as exciting as this Puck U Walkers game. Both teams played amazing. Shout outs to both teams. Everyone played. I mean, this was a great game. And I mean, this was a game that this was a game I could just watch over and over. Both teams played amazing. Sean Miller really brought it for Puck U, and we have Puck Buddies Puck U in D1. This is going to be this is a matchup that we want to see. Will the retooled, revamped Puck Buddies be able to take down Puck U? And at the end of the day, I don't know. That's why I'm excited to watch. It's going to be a great game. We'll see. I can't lean either way. Actually, this is a tough game. But if you want some insights, we have time to think about it because we're gonna have a DCHL championship pregame show, and it's gonna be Suds, Jessica Nayrod, and Joe Shea gonna be doing it. Hopefully, styling and profiling, wheeling, dealing, and all that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna possibly do we're gonna work on doing a DCHL leagues game show. Along with the pregame, it's going to be more of like a pregame kind of awesome, experience. So hopefully we do it. Hopefully it goes well. We just kind of wing things and hope it works. And I got to say personally, I think the league's been really lucky. Everything they've done seems to have been, pretty good. The stream's gone well. The Twitter people love the podcast. I mean, if you're listening to it now, I mean, you can't hate it too much. You haven't tuned out yet. So, everything works out well. We're going to try to do that. We are going to have the consolation tourney and all that stuff. We're going to do one stream for all the championship games. So we'll be able to put the link out earlier so you can share with your friends, your family, any groups or whatever you're in who you want to say, hey, this is the league I play in. It's awesome and cool. You want to share it with your family, your friends. It's cool having a crowd, and the casters do an amazing job. So, beyond that, if you're at the Sportsplex watching a game, or maybe you're before you're playing or after, go upstairs and check out the streamers, and give you expert commentary for a couple minutes. Try it out, maybe you like it. So beyond that, we are also working on other stuff. I don't know. We're always working on stuff. I think this season the league's done a very good job at making improvements and trying to fix things up and all that. So we're coming out with a new like a liability waiver. It's just like a refresher on that, the old stuff, but it's gonna handle streaming and hey, we're gonna use your name, we're gonna use your image, hey, you might be in a promotional video for DCHL leagues, or you might be on the Facebook page or the league page or whatever. And, so it's just going to be a thing like that. We do it periodically. So there might be a couple extra surprises in there. So just make sure you check it out. If you check out the DCHL League's website, we do have, there is a video featured right at the front. It's pretty awesome. So, lots of improvements here and there. Everyone's doing a great job. We appreciate it. Yeah, I think that's it. So, I don't know. It's going to be awesome. Playoff time is also fun. Championships are fun. So, do your best to watch the streams or hang out or play or do whatever. There's going to be a consolation tourney. So maybe if you can get a spot in there, go play, hang out. That'd be cool. So, awesome. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks to Sean Miller for doing the interview section. And we will catch you Championship Sunday bright and early, watching the pregame show, hanging out with all of us. The DCHL League's championship preview show is a lot better than all the Super Bowl preview shows. So hopefully you guys appreciate it and love it. We love doing it, and we love dressing up. So until Sunday, this is Joe Shea. Let us love the championship hockey.